Anybody knows how to do a wrap, especially how to wrap a hood, okay? But not everybody knows how to do the edges and the corners. That is the most important thing when you are doing a wrap. So in this video, we're gonna wrap the hood. I'm gonna show you how to do the corners and edges like a pro. Let's do it. Okay guys, so into this video we're gonna wrap the hood, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do the corners, these corners and the edges, because some other guys, beginners especially, they fail on the edges and corners, okay? And if you do a wrap but the corners and edges are bad, the wrap will look bad, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do the corners, the edges, these corners too. So let's start with installation. So first, let's put the wrap and let's install the wrap first. I'm gonna use a little bit of tag reducer. This product helps with the glue when some materials, the glue is very strong. This will help you when you want to lift the material. It's easier with this liquid. Okay, let's start with the hood wrap by placing the material on top of the hood. Make sure there is no dust on the material and make sure it's covering all the edges and corners. First, start by removing the backing paper or the backing plastic like this. And then I'm gonna do just the half because this material, the glue is a little bit stronger than other materials. So I will lift the material like this one. I'm lifting the material, removing the wrinkle, then I'm using the squeegee. Okay, so lift the material, remove the wrinkles, and use the squeegee. Okay, don't use the squeegee if you see a lot of wrinkles. Lift it, make it smooth, make sure there is no wrinkle before you use the squeegee. And if it's hard, use the heat gun. The heat gun will help you to soften the vinyl if it's like it has a lot of wrinkle and it's hard to stretch it. Okay, like in this, especially in this part of the hood, it has a lot of wrinkles and I have to use the heat gun to conform the material to the shape of the hood, like this one in this area too. Okay, now that this area looks like a straight and even with the no wrinkles, now let's do the other half. Lift the material, get rid of the wrinkles by lifting the material, and then use the squeegee. But remember, don't use the squeegee if you see a wrinkle. Lift the material, make it smooth, use the heat gun if you need to, and then use the squeegee like I'm doing here. Same thing in this area. This one is, you will need to use the heat gun because the shape, it's hard to wrap it without a heat gun. Okay, you just have to stretch the material, use the heat gun, make the material smooth, and then use the squeegee. Now in here I'm gonna cut the excess vinyl because we are gonna do the corners and edges, but it's too much material extra because we have to lift the hood. Okay, like this. Now let's start with this corner. Use the heat gun and with your fingers stretch it and tuck the material under the hood like I'm doing here. You have to do this a couple of times, okay, until you see that the material is not coming back, and then cut a triangle on the bottom and then stick the vinyl on the bottom of the hood. So in here we're gonna repeat the process. Use the heat gun to soften and smooth, make the corner smooth until you see that the material is not pulling back. Okay, like this. Okay, in this one is the same process, but this one we'll have to stretch it a little bit more. I'm tucking the material under here and then we're gonna use the heat gun and stretch the material under the corner. But this one you have to pull, use the heat gun, pull, use the heat gun until the material is not pulling back. You have to do this a couple of times. After you see that the material is not pulling back, cut just the corner like a triangle and the material tuck it under the edge, the corner, like this. You can see it. If you want, just use a little bit more heat, okay? Now for the edges, use the heat gun to get rid of the wrinkles first, then cut the material, leave like a 1/4 inch extra, use the heat gun again, and then with your finger you can tuck that extra under the hood like this, but leave like a 1/8 of an inch extra in there. Same thing, we're gonna do it here. We're gonna leave like a 1/4 of an inch extra, use the heat gun to get rid of the wrinkles, and then tuck it under the hood. So here on the other side, I want to show you again. First, use the heat gun, heat up the corner, stretch it, tuck it under, and then you can cut the extra material. But make sure the heat gun is a key tool for this process. If you don't use a heat gun, it's gonna look bad and it's gonna pull back the material. It's gonna have like fingers and it's gonna look bad. And again, these corners are very important, so take your time. Don't rush this one. I know the video is a little bit faster, but don't do it fast. Take your time. Make sure that the material is conforming to the corner. Use the heat gun until you see that the material is not pulling back. After you see the material is not pulling back, cut the excess vinyl and leave like a 1/4 of an inch extra material. Then use the heat gun to remove any wrinkle and then tuck it under. As you can see, beautiful. It looks amazing, this one. Then use the heat gun to soften the material and then tuck it under the hood. You don't have to leave a lot of extra material. With a 1/4 of an inch extra, that's good enough, especially if it's a color like this. But if it's a black car, you don't have to leave that much like I'm doing here. So use the heat gun to remove the wrinkles and then tuck it under the hood, and that's done. Okay, now it's done, and here's how it looks on the corners. You can see it. It's great. So I'm gonna lift the hood so you can see under the hood, but this is on top, how it looks on top. Look at this corner. Amazing. This paint already has some rock chips like this, so they will show like this on the wrap. Okay, so now let's see under the hood how it looks. And now this is how it looks under the hood. Yeah, it has some wrinkles, but this already on the bottom, so it's not gonna show. In here, no wrinkle. Well, a little bit, but not that bad. Look at this edge. It's amazing. Look at this. Remember to do a post heat after this one is done. Just heat it up and make sure nothing is lifting. The corner, the back. Okay, here's, I have to stick it better. Look at that. It looks amazing. Okay. And look at that. Make sure everything is good. Here I have to stick it better. Yeah, you can see the corner from here, maybe. And here, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, it's hard to see. This one is not focused. I don't want to focus. Okay, let me see if I can show you from here. Okay, hard to see, but the corner is very nice, like this. In today's video, we're using vinyl frog wrap. Check them out. The material is very shiny and it looks amazing. You can see it here. Super shiny, okay? The link for this material is gonna be on the description of the video down below if you wanna get this. They have good prices and good deals. Check them out. Okay guys, that's how to wrap the hood, okay? With the nice corners and clean edges. That's very important, okay? You have a question? Put in the comments. If you like the video, please hit the like button. That helps the channel a lot. Subscribe for more videos like this one. And remember, you want to learn more how to do a wrap like this. My training is very affordable and you can learn a lot. The link is going to be in the description of the video down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this one and see you in the next video.